सिप अहम सिप सिप अलग सिप आनंद की खोज सिप छोटवानी सिप आत्मा रेवती आत्मानंद ब्लिको ब्लिस सिप चिदानंद दीपात्मा जीजी हर्षल सिप कृति सिप हर्षल सिप दीपात्मा सिप जीजी सिप आईफोन सिप कृष्णा सिप मनीषा पीटर राजानंद शिवराज सिप रेखा मिनी एयर सिप प्रकाश सचिव सगाई समात्मा सिजी ज्योति एंड केके सिप सिरी सीता शिवा श्रीधरा सुखी viresh and yogini. So you can touch both the topics today. What have you learned about hedonic treadmill, because it's Tuesday, it's a happiness day, and what you want to explain to me about your all you uh, bhaktas about Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So that is extempore, because somebody told me, sir, what to do on Vaikuntha Ekadashi? Tell me, they're asking me, kya hota hai? So many of you must be experts. I think Siri will tell us a lot. I'm not sure that Krishna follows. Surely Siri will tell what is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So let us start. Siri, you're telling us about this. And hedonic treadmill. The main subject for today is the hedonic treadmill. Let us start. Siri is there. You please unmute Siri. Yes, Siri. Unmute Siri.
I can tell only about Vaikuntha Ekadashi, not about hedonic treadmill.
Okay. Hedonic treadmill, I will tell. You tell me, you teach me about Vaikuntha Ekadashi.
Anyway, now after coming to this call, that Vaikuntha Ekadashi does not have much relevance. But the story is that Lord Krishna left his body on this day. And it is told that in all Vaishnava temples in South India, which is country, they have two doors. One is known as Swargavasal. Swarga means heaven. So this door is opened on that day in all the temples, and the god enters. They have a Utsav Murti. I don't know how to tell. One is Moolavar. Actually, in all temples, Moolavar means the statue which cannot be taken out. And there will be a Utsavar, means it will be of an idol type. And those days, older people, they cannot go to the temple and visit the god. So they take this idol on the streets so that people can visit the god. Those who are not able to go to the temple. So this Utsav Murti they take out, and it enters through the Swargavasal inside. So all the people, they get into it and thinking that they may reach heaven if they visit these temples and all.
And
Even
in
I was
Vaikuntha, and you believe that in Vaikuntha Ekadashi, that Vaikuntha door will be open and we'll go to, we will.
Previously, I used to believe, but not now. Previously, definitely on Vaikuntha, we used to get up at 3 o'clock. In Srirangam, there is a place in Tamil Nadu. There will be so much rush for 1 month. They 15 days before Vaikuntha Ekadashi and 15 days after Vaikuntha Ekadashi, heavy rush. Lakhs of people will come and they will get up at early morning 3 o'clock. That idol will be taken out and processions and all these things. And I used to watch in TV and all. In all TV, this live telecast will be there. Anyway, now I don't have TV, but these things used to be.
So it's a what I'm finding very interesting. No, when all of you have evolved, and why I requested you to speak is you're a classic example where you have. I don't know. Siddhanand also wants to speak. Ahamsip and Siddhanand. So I knew that you will give some good gyan, some good tippani on this. Ahamsip and Siddhanand, give us your views. Then we will come to hedonic treadmill. Yes.
No, I don't know anything about Ekadashi because I am not a believer of religion from the very beginning.
I thought you also were following Siri.
No. Because I think that religious stories, they just say that moksha is so easy to find. You keep a fast on one day on Ekadashi and you will get moksha. So as per them, the moksha is the easiest thing to find. But I wanted to say that I have just read after receiving the topic. I just Googled it and I saw what is hedonic treadmill. It's basically saying that worldly, like what we talk in the call every day, the worldly happiness, which is momentary, the worldly pleasures. And after some time, their effect fades away.
But it's little deep. It's like a treadmill. Have you ever used a treadmill?
Yes.
So what
Yes.
happens in the treadmill? On treadmill, you are you're running, ha. Ultimately, you're back. You're there. You're running like this.
Yes.
So in the hedonic treadmill, the hedonic means pleasure. The treadmill of pleasure. You want to do. You want to do more. You want to do more. You go higher and higher and faster and faster and faster and faster. So in the image I sent you, first you're a cycle. You want motorcycle. You want car. From car you want aeroplane. But ultimately, you're not happy. So that is a Tuesday subject. But today, Ekadashi, Vaikuntha Ekadashi is only a bonus. So thank you. We'll ask Chidanand is keen to give us some gyan on this. And then Atmanand and Krishna, I think
Sure,
they also
Guruji.
should give us some information.
So, this Ekadashi has got, okay, it has got religious connotations because, uh, you know, they wanted people to follow this. But what exactly happens on a Ekadashi, that is the 10th day, what happens is your enzymes in your body are, on a high tide. So if you fast, it doesn't affect. So fasting on this day doesn't affect because your digestive enzymes are at its peak. So that people fast at least once in a day, once in 15 days, this concept was introduced. They just gave a religious connotation to this so that, the people remain healthy. And so in Ayurveda, this Ekadashi is a day when you can fast for the whole day. And that's why in Sanatana Dharma, we don't encourage fasting and all that stuff. Even on the fasting day, you got fast food. But Ekadashi, they insist because your body systems have to rest at least once a day. But that is a day when on the 10th day, where the moon and in the moon cycle, where your body enzymes are at
So
its peak.
also,
So even if you
our,
fast, there's no problem.
our
So it's
Western
only
world
religious
also
connotation given for a medical.
is that
Uh,
Western world also following the Ekadashi concept of
Many
fasting,
people who understand this follow this, not for religious connotation. Religious is
No.
okay because they
I'm not
wanted
talking about
masses to
religious.
have.
Is the scientific world following it? I'm asking.
Yes, yes. Many. I know many of my friends follow this because they know this principle.
Okay.
And they
So I
don't. For
don't know.
example, a diabetic guy, normally cannot fast. But he can fast on Ekadashi because it doesn't affect his metabolism.
My doctors are telling me nowadays this fasting will only destroy your health. If you have something
No,
called fasting,
that's what
what
I'm
they
saying.
say,
Exactly.
intermittent fasting.
Fasting, yeah, fasting destroys your health. So Ayurveda doesn't, give you this fasting. But Ekadashi, you can. It doesn't destroy your health
Okay.
because your
I
digestive
think
enzymes
it's on case to case
on an
basis.
override.
Yeah. It depends on a health. It depends on a personal health whether you should fast or you should not fast. So I think we need to practically
Yeah,
look
but
at
it
it.
is normally understood Ekadashi, you fast, it doesn't affect.
Okay. Hope I will get some scientific study on this if the group doesn't. Atmanan, thank you, Jiran. Atmanan, Krishna, and Siri.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
So I think today we went for an outing with the team. So my partner at 5 o'clock in the morning, he went to the temple because it was Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So
Okay.
I said I will get my moksha only by 8 p.m. That's why we have to return back by 8 p.m. I am now attending my moksha call.
No, it's very sad. No, Atman, that you are awakened in that sense. No, people to believe what Siri just now told that on this one day you fast or one day your Vaikuntha door will be open and then you will go to Vaikuntha and you will attain moksha. People don't even understand what is moksha, what is this. So there's nothing wrong because it's innocence. But the problem of innocence is innocence becomes ignorance. That is a sad thing, and then you blindly believe, you blindly follow, no logic. Like for me, I believed in Shiva for 40 years. I was blindly following Shiva, blindly. And then Shiva only started laughing at me. Shiva, ha 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 ha. Shiva is laughing at me in my community. He said, "What you're an intelligent fellow? You're laughing. Shiva is laughing at me." So this is the we have to, I think, go from ignorance to intelligence. Moksha is only possible with that. Okay, good for sharing, Atmanan. Thank you. Krishna, Siri, Rashmi.
Yes, sir, Krishnaham.
Krishna.
Sir, about Vaikuntha Ekadashi, we have a temple, we have a ashram where there is a huge Krishna temple. So today there is huge rush there, people who never come. But I am surprised Gurudev, who taught us not to fast when we were children, he disallowed us to have fasting or to do, but now it has steeped into, Gurudev is not there anymore, and it is steeped into superstition and ritualistic thing. And actually tomorrow also there is a functions continuous chanting of, I don't know for what, 21 times Vishnu Sahasranamam and this, and people are mad. But the plus point, of course, I agree completely with Chidanand ji. People say there is a cyclic fasting required for your body. But I, being diabetic, I cannot, and I've never done fasting. And my Gurudev said no. Even when I was at the pink of my health, he said, don't do fasting. And who was a Krishna Bhakta. So people who are enlightened will never endorse all these things. But then it's a wrong interpretation coming from somewhere. But especially in our ashram, because we are basically rice eaters, the ashram is giving a kind of a wheat porridge and moong to everybody. I can't understand the logic. Maybe in North, they will not take wheat. Here, the fast food is, fasting you can take wheat. So I don't know what is the scientific thing, but what Chidanandji said, only if you give a religious connotation, people would have taken this kind of, I don't know for what, whatever. But one thing, the positive thing I love to say about this is, at least people are turning to other than worldly thing. They know there is something which is not worldly. There could be something, it could be a starting point for many. Maybe this is what I think, because they are in silence, they are eating less food so that their body will be attuned to something, at least little bit of bhakti. So I think this could be a starting point. There's nothing wrong in it. They are not doing, at least they are doing something good. This is
There
one
is
thing I want.
nothing wrong in bhakti. There is nothing wrong in superstition. The
No,
only
there is a
problem is
lot of wrong in superstition, because if it is now this, I don't know, Krishna temples now, our ashram today will make a lot of money. Seriously, because the number of people who are coming inside the Krishna temple. Anyway, and about hedonic treadmill, this is the first time I'm hearing the word. So I also, like Aham Sip said, I Googled. But when I align with the AiR teachings, what I see is your coat on, you're always caught in a race, and, you're trying to be in the chase and trying to become an ace, and you are never satisfied. From one pleasure, you move to the next pleasure, like a monkey. I want this, ever yelling, ever yearning for one to the next, and you're never satisfied. So what is the consequence? Either you become disappointed, depressed, exhausted, tired. It is just like treadmill, you're moving, but you're not covering any distance. Just like an old proverb of a rocking chair, I don't know what, you keep on moving, but you don't reach anywhere. You don't travel, you don't progress. So I think this is what you are caught in, that first trap of pleasure, where you don't progress at all, and you never reach the second peak of happiness. And this
correct.
is what all the rich people, I don't know, they are grabbing wealth and lust and money and fame, and finally they drop down dead.
So I told you yesterday, somebody very young dropped down dead, right? At younger to our in college. So the point is, there were the two subjects. So on hedonic treadmill, I'm introducing the concept to y'all. Where in the hedonic treadmill, we are running, but like in a treadmill, we know we are only doing this treadmill
Yeah.
to lose exercise, lose calories. We are burning calories in a treadmill. But the hedonic treadmill is different. We are trying to run. We are thinking we are running after pleasure and pleasure. We are not becoming more happy. In fact, we are
We are
becoming
not now,
unhappy.
sir. We are not becoming more happy. We are losing our health, our time, or everything is gone with the hedonic treadmill. Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, it helps us in our the vocabulary. See, this year I'm going to be teaching a lot on happiness, right? Happiness is an essential part of enlightenment, because if you are enlightened, you must be happy. If you're not happy, I was talking to Prabhu. Suddenly they brought a camera to me, and they said, "No, you record the reel for New Year." I said, "What to record?" They said, "You have to record no Happy New Year. You have to record Happy New Year tomorrow, New Year." What? I said, "But what to record? I don't know what to record." And then I said, "Okay, wait." I just asked Prabhu. I said, "Okay, start recording." And then they started recording. I said, if you want to have Happy New Year, you have to have a new happy year. You have to
Yeah.
have a new happy.
Last time you said this. Yeah.
And I know new happy, your HAPPY happy will not work. You have to have a new happy. So it's the first time we are talking how, if you have only Happy New Year, so you want for tomorrow, everybody must wish everybody with 3 Ps. Because when we wish with 3 Ps, then we are talking of a different happiness. So I'm saying Prabhu speaks. And Prabhu speaks only when you're in a state of peace. Only when you are in a state of Shanti. When you have no mind, when you're in consciousness, in that state of super consciousness. Where it comes from, I don't know. Because the camera is on. Record something now. But I know, record something, Prabhu will speak. Prabhu will speak. So I said to my reel, which will come tomorrow, will say, if you want a happy new year, then must be a new happy. It is a new happy. And this new happy we have discovered only now, 2 months back with 3 Ps. Everybody who wants to be happy, not on a hedonic treadmill. On a hedonic treadmill, there is no 3P. On a hedonic treadmill, it's only PP. Pleasure, 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 pleasure. And you're going to fall dead. Ultimately, you're going to fall dead. And on Vaikuntha Ekadashi, honestly, I don't even know what it is. No, because I only know a little bit of Shiva. So I Googled, but somebody said, please guide me today. Somebody on the call only. I don't know who it was on the call. One of our Zoomers. So coming, one of our, now I'm calling it Ansa, or the new word is apostle. Okay. So we have to learn. We have to understand. And Google will tell you, internet will tell you on Vaikuntha Ekadashi, the door of Vaikuntha is open, and you can walk to Vaikuntha, Lord Vishnu, and you can go and you can attain moksha on this day, as if it is Doodh Peda, as if we can go and buy one box of Doodh Peda. So, but people are innocent. People are very innocent. People are, and I'm saying it's good what you said in the beginning, it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. But one more thing, when all the people are aligned in one direction and so much of positivity, when all of them come, that also has some kind of a positivity, sir.
It's not negative now. We are not saying it's negative at
Yeah.
all. It's positive. But it will not take us to moksha.
It doesn't, yeah. Yes.
That let us be very clear about this. Sometimes no, we want to wish for our best friend. Our best friend is 5 years, 10 years, 15 years older to us. And we are wishing, oh, he or she should get moksha. How they will get moksha?
So somebody told very beautifully, see the irony of the situation. Even in the world, they want pleasure. After death, also they want pleasure. That is why they are observing Vaikuntha Ekadashi. There also they want to go to heaven.
Because that's what we've been taught. We have
Yeah.
been taught, and so we are caught. We have
Yeah.
been taught this. How to get free now? We have been taught. When I see my family, then on Deepavali day, oh, Lakshmi, 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 Lakshmi Puja, Lakshmi, 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 Lakshmi. Oh, all the rich people do it. Which rich person is scared, not scared of Lakshmi? Every rich person is scared of Lakshmi. Lakshmi का बुरा नजर लग गया तो फिर बहुत problem हो जाएगा. They're so scared of Lakshmi. Okay, Siri, Rashmi, and God's will.
Shivam Guruji, I just
Shivam.
wanted to tell, in scientific way also they used to tell, once in 15 days you have to fast. Fasting means complete fasting, that you should not eat cooked food. You can take fruits, milk, like that. So in olden days, people used to follow every 15 days, Ekadashi comes once in 15 days. And this, out of the entire year, if you cannot keep the Ekadashi fasting, at least they tell that once in a year on this Vaikuntha Ekadashi, you keep the fasting. Secondly, those days people were healthy. Nowadays people are not healthy. So they tell, instead of rice, you take this wheat, or one time you take food, at least one time you are giving a rest for your stomach. And if you eat less, then only you can pray more. Otherwise, you will keep on in the material things, eating boga. So this was also a reason so that you could come to the religious way. At least instead of the material thing, you can come into the religious way. And there is a mythological story also, actually, about Ambarisha. I don't know whether people know or not. There is a beautiful story you can Google, and in which they tell that because of bhakti, his Ekadashi Vrata was purely of bhakti, and to have a test of bhakti and shakti, it was a very beautiful story. Anyway, I don't want to tell now in this one.
Okay,
And
okay.
he wins it, and they sent a chakra, and even God cannot, it is told that even God cannot do anything, and Agastya Rishi had to fall at the feet of Ambarisha. He was a big king, and he observed this Ekadashi Vrata for 1 year, and he became so powerful because his devotion was so much for the Lord. Stories are very beautiful. So you can go Google and everybody can read this Ambarisha's
But
story of
we
the
don't. No, but this is only adding to mythology now. We don't want
Yes.
people
Yes.
to believe that by doing Ekadashi fast, you will become so powerful that God is scared of you. So
No,
this
no,
is,
that is bhakti, Guruji. Actually, it is telling
I
about the
understand.
bhakti, how
But
much
see,
devotion is
this is
there.
exactly the problem, Siri.
Yes.
Prabhu does not want us to have blind bhakti. Prabhu wants us to have pyar. Prabhu wants us to have mumukshutva. Prabhu wants us to seek, to find, to realize. I was also having blind bhakti for 40 years. 40 years.
Yes.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. I was known as Shiva. People used to call me only Shiva Bhakt. But then we have to awaken from
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your inputs. Rashmi, God's will, and Rekha. Then Bliss.
Shivoham Guruji.
Yes.
Shivoham. Actually, this Vaikunta Ekadashi is because we always having food, morning and evening, every
What's the temperature?
360 days. And when we are giving race to internal vital organ, and again this Ekadashi is not for God have everything, God giving us everything. He doesn't want from us anything. This is for your own purification, mind and body. And body means 24 hours your heart, brain and your peristaltic movement is continuous going on. When you are doing fasting, you are giving rest to that organs, and when you are giving physical rest, automatically your body is mind is become more calm and focus on bhakti.
No,
So
I
this,
am, I don't know if you know, I have been fasting on Mondays for last 50 years.
wow,
Every Monday.
that's so
Every
nice.
Monday, I have one. It's in the Lord Shiva's fast is very easy fast, one meal. But for example, last 2 Mondays I can't fast. I have got acid reflux. Now, if Krishna says that she cannot fast because she has a health issue, no God will tell, no religion will tell you, no, if you have got health issue also on Ekadashi, you must fast.
This
No,
is
it
not
becomes
no
poison.
not religion purpose,
It
but
be,
you have illness. No, last time you are not feeling well,
yeah,
so
but
you
I'm
don't. The
saying
doctor
therefore,
said don't.
fasting is very good for some people, and fasting can be very dangerous for some people.
Yes, but according to your health, you can discipline. You need
Absolutely.
some
Yeah.
discipline. You
So
said because
therefore, this.
hmm, because this fasting, I remember my husband was doing fasting before my marriage, and I said, now leave the fasting. We are married now, so he said, no, you have to improve. So I have to continue the fasting. So
So he,
so
he's still fasting or what?
yeah, he's still fasting.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. God's will, Rekha, Bliss, and Kriti.
Oh, Shivohang, what a great honor to be here. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Very
Tell me what.
interesting. Well, it's a very interesting question. I think it's worth studying the Buddhist religion because their monks are essentially, a lot of their lifestyle is about living on a simple level. And I think it's worth investigating that, how they do it, what their rules are around it, around the clothes that they wear, the meals that they have, the things that they're allowed to own. Originally in the Buddha's day, they did not carry money. Nowadays, some of them seem to be able to carry money. That's the first point. So, I think for me, the issue is very strongly related to suffering. Like as long as there's a strong greed for things, then this is because the mind is unconscious of the need. I need that conscious. Like I think as long as we're unconscious of that word need, NEED in the mind, I must have those. I feel that for me, these are the things that we must remain conscious of, actually, and the ways to simplicity is through understanding our own inner drives. Thank you, sir.
What you say is correct. But sometimes I wonder. Nowadays, sometimes when I'm traveling, I see so many monks sitting in a McDonald's and sitting in a Pizza Hut, and they're all eating pizza and having So then I think it's natural. It's nothing wrong in then sitting and having a McDonald's or a Pizza Hut. But the whole idea, the concept of trying to be a monk is to be able to control your desires. I think you'll agree with me that it's not that we have to make our desires zero. The idea is not to, I don't think a human being needs to make the desire zero. But a human being needs not to be a slave of the mind, of passions, of desire. And that is a real monk. I don't know whether God's will you agree with me or not. A real monk is one who's content. That
Yes.
is this is a sign. I think what the Buddha wanted us to.
Yeah.
That's
I
why it was called the middle path. Yes.
I think content, also gratitude, those two. To be thankful for what you have already. For example, my mother, if you give her a gift, like she's retained all the gifts she's been given, even since a long time ago. She's held on to every spoon, every cup. She knows who gave it, when it was given, and she's held on to them. She doesn't like to replace it. She really treasures everything that's been given. This is the thing. So all the clothes that we're given, remember who gave them, and this is quite an interesting, for some people, very good practice.
Yeah. So having gratitude is all good. And this today's topic, hedonic treadmill, is exactly the opposite of that. Whereas you want more and you want more and you want more and you want more, and ultimately in the hedonic treadmill, when you get more and you get more and you get more and you get more, you don't get more happiness. So you are there for the moment. You have for the moment. Okay, you get a new car. For the moment, you said, okay, now I'm very happy. After some time, they got my car is old now. Now I want another car. Some people they're very happy when they get a salary raise. Oh, I got a salary. My salary is gone up. My salary is gone up. Okay, very good. Then after some time, my expense has gone up now. So I don't have any extra salary. My salary was up. My expense has gone up. Now again, I want more salary. So this is the hedonic treadmill, and as I tell you, every Tuesday I try to give you one topic on how awakening helps enlightenment. Thank you. God's will, Rekha, bliss, and hope divine.
Shivohamer.
Yes, Rekha.
In my childhood, my mother's cousin, she left her body on Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and all of them started saying that she'll go directly to heaven. All her bad karmas are washed away because she died on this day. And then now I realize,
Then there should be more suicides on this day. Is it that many
yes,
people commit
I
suicide on
realized
this day?
so much ghor avidya we were all living with. That
Yeah, because whether you die
every
on
day
a
is God's
Vaikuntha.
day. Mm,
So we have
so
to
true.
in the call like this. So it's not easy because it's very
Mm,
embarrassing to very many people who are following this. It's embarrassing, right? You can't tell them they are wrong and you can't tell them you are right. And then
mm.
how do you explain to them? You can't explain. You just shut up.
Every day is Vaikuntha Ekadashi for us. Every single day.
Okay, good. Bliss and Kriti.
Hi, Shvanti,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes,
Love
Bliss.
you all. I have sent you a mini article, scientific article about join fasting and everything. So you have on your number with scientific article on PubLibMed. It's very analyzed by medicine and everything. So you can read. The best way to get fasting is to be a short time by day. And it's between 12 and 16.
Hours.
I have sent you all the thing about it.
So there is, I
And
know there is a lot of health experts talk about once a week or once in 2 weeks this fasting, and it's supposed to be
it's
very
not
good.
weak. It's not sweet. It's by day. You are fasting by day.
By
It's the time you don't eat. It's very
correct.
important because you don't higher your sugar and everything. So it's better because when you are always in digestion, it's not good.
I'm seeing how many messages you have sent me. It will take me one full day to read all your messages.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. But what you're saying is so fasting has got its different benefits. Thank you, Bliss, for bringing it up. Hope Divine and Atmadeep.
Namaste, sir. For
Namaste.
me, Ekadashi is about more about mental fasting and decluttering rather than physical fasting. Yes, there are many scientific reasons for physical fasting, but if you are mentally fasting and decluttering, then decluttering from your negative thoughts and emotions and feelings, then your physical healing automatically happens.
So, what
And
is mental fasting?
about the
What?
hedonic treadmill, I would
What is?
compare
Wait, wait,
it
wait.
to
What is?
insanity
What is?
and madness.
What is mental fasting?
We are so trapped in a daily drama that we forget to experience the real joy, peace, and bliss that is already within us.
Okay, that part is okay. What is the meaning of mental fasting?
Mental fasting, if you declutter from all your negative thoughts and feelings and emotions, and you are just in that calmness and peaceful and joyful state.
Very good. So the new it's a new thing that we are talking about, mental fasting, and this means basically to be away from the not away from food, but to be away from the mind. So that is something that Kriti has taught us. Thank you, Hope Divine, Atmadeep, and Garima.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Yes,
Uh,
Pranam.
Sir, according to me, Ekadashi is a good thing because people who are not on spiritual path, at least to religion, they are into something which is good, which is a stop from a regular day-to-day stuff like food grains at least. They won't uh, eat वो जो अन्न का त्याग है एक 2 दिन के लिए हर 11th डे को एज पर द लूनार कैलेंडर और समथिंग लाइक दैट शुक्ल पक्ष और कृष्ण पक्ष सो उस अकॉर्डिंग उनके लिए बेस्ट है एज ए इनिशियल स्टार्ट किट है उनके लिए स्पिरिचुअलिटी के लिए मोक्ष को देने वाली कही गई है विष्णु जी को समर्पित है और ऐसा ही सेल्फ डिनायल की बात जीसस क्राइस्ट को फॉलो करने वाले जो क्रिश्चियंस हैं उनके लिए 40 डे का लेंट है मैंने तो सबका जैनियों में अपना श्वेतंबर दिगंबर का अलग अलग चलता है उनके फिर वो चातुर्मास आते हैं सो फार विद द डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पीपल और स्कूलिंग में जो सब रिलीजियस लोग साथ है ड्यू टू इंडिया यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी मैंने तो सबका कुछ ना कुछ रिलीजन वाइज देखा ही है सेल्फ डिनायल रिपेंटेंस लुक विद इन ये सबके रिलीजन बात कर रहा है तो ये बेस्ट है मेरे अकॉर्डिंग ये बुरा तो नहीं है बट आई डोंट नो ये जरूर है कि ये इनसफिशिएंट है या ये इनकम्प्लीट है अगर आप इसके बियॉन्ड नहीं जाते और ये एज ए इंस्ट्रूमेंटल और फाइनलाइज आप कर लेते हैं कि हाँ इतना कर दिया तो हो गया नो 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 यू नीड टू लुक विद इन तो वो वाली बात बिल्कुल सही है वो कोहम नहीं आ रहा है उसमें और सिर्फ एक फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज टाइप डिटॉक्सिंग रह जाती है तो फिर वो बहुत ज्यादा फिजिकल लेवल पे रहेगा दैट्स ऑल
And after, no, well, you're very well said. What you're saying is correct. See, what unfortunately, what we must acknowledge is all the people who are religious are not getting to the university of spirituality. The problem is that there are so many millions of religious people. Unfortunately, most unfortunately, sometimes there is so much of a तो रटते हैं लोग इस फंसे हुए हैं people are caught in this chakra. And because of this chakra, somehow we believe that praying to God, repeating the name of God, who are saying this, you repeat something 5 times, 18 times, 108 times.
जाप करिए
तो इसमें अगर अगर हमारा ध्यान सचमुच प्रभु में नहीं है हमारा ध्यान और कहीं है हम जाप कर रहे हैं तो फायदा क्या है उसका So I think what you're saying is correct. There's no harm in being religious, but is going to be is religious. Okay, let me. It's not a question for today, but I'm asking you.
जी
There's a person who's highly religious,
जी
highly religious, but very mean to all the neighbors. Very meanest person to all the neighbors. Or there's a person who's not at all religious, but very kind and helpful to all the neighbors. Then who's better?
The one who is not religious but kind to each and
No,
everyone.
I'm not leading this to a direct any conclusion, but I'm just saying that, many people, I know many people who follow some path, some path. I'm not giving the name of the path. They have given up, meat, they've given up drinking, they have given up this, they've given up veganism, they've given up milk, they've given up curd. But the tongue is like a poisonous snake. They've given up everything.
Hmm.
But their tongue is no less than a सांप. क्या यार, तुमने सब कुछ त्याग कर दिया, तुमने तो सब कुछ त्याग कर दिया. Real example, I'm telling you. I mean, I know people really like this.
Can I
But
name the process? Santhara, I think.
what? I don't know what you're talking about. But
Okay, sure.
there are many. There's no one panth like this. There
Yeah,
are many.
ji,
There are many panth. So what is the point of you being a part of a panth, but you don't have the basic compassion and kindness?
ji.
So I think we have to look deeper. Each of us on our own. This is nothing
Yeah,
to do. Then when we are in state of contemplation, in a state of introspection, फिर हम जागते हैं क्या सही है क्या गलत है. I don't know how many of you know this. I've told you all that I was eating one bowl of frog legs when it was my last non-vegetarian meal in Jakarta. I was eating a bowl of frog legs. I can't even believe I was eating that. But what made me give up? The next morning, I was going in a car to the airport. And in the car, in front of my car, there was one rickety auto, one dabba auto in Jakarta. In that auto, there were about 200 chickens going to be slaughtered. And those chickens were screaming and screeching. They were all just put in one small auto, 200 chickens. When I went to the plane, the air hostess told me, "Sir, we are giving you sweet and sour chicken and chicken salad and chicken." I said, "No chicken, please. I can't have that. Over. I could not eat anymore." So I think in this call, getting enlightened and getting awakened is a faraway step. But getting into the realization of truth, that is a primary step. We should be in consciousness. That is important. Okay, we are going away from today's topics. Garima, God's will, Rashmi, and Siri. Thank you, Atmadeep.
Shivam Guruji. Actually, it was very, today conversation was like a mix of all areas, like from different aspects. So, one point I just wanted to say, maybe what I feel is the days are being assigned in a way that we have to analyze about our own inner journey rather than having basically based on fasting or giving up the things and just harming our own body. Maybe this could be one of my vision, because what I realize is even when we have 10 days fasting, I belong to Jainism, where even we have 10 days fasting period, it's about every day is designed that which day we have to think about which part. One day we have dedicated as a sorry day, where we go and ask forgiveness and we forgive everybody from our own side, and we ask the forgiveness from everybody who is connected to us. One day has been given where we used to have cutting of the clothes or extra things, whatever we have. That is what extra burdens which we are carrying from this life, since whatever everybody has said to us, what others are spoken to us, whatever we are, which we have said to the others. So this is, I think, this is a way of purifying our own body rather than only doing fasting.
I know, but Jains are very tough, very tough panth to follow.
No,
So,
but Jainism is basically, sir, it's a path. It's
yeah, I
all,
know.
it has been developed in a way that people think that this has to be done, this should be done. But the Jains are the Bhagwan. Those are basically the son of a king. They have just, in the search of enlightenment, they have left everything. This is all is Jainism.
Okay. No, good, interesting. I've had very interesting conversations with the Jain with Munis, and when they don't even wear slippers and they walk without slippers. So, of course, there is a limitation to what we can do, whether we can They wear a mask because they don't want to want germs to go inside. But when you're eating food, then you have to take off the mask. So then, a good Jain monk once told me a very interesting thing. He said, "You do only what is necessary, and you can follow whatever is unnecessary. Please follow all those things we are telling, which is that. So if you, so it's not practically possible in today's world to follow all the compliances or all the tapas that is there. Okay, let's move. Thank you, Garima.
Thank
God's will, Rashmi, Siri, Sundar, and Shivoham. Sir.
Oh, Shiva, I think this is such a huge topic, and it's helpful to associate with people. So you go as a group, like this Zoom meeting, like determine all of us to avoid this hedonic treadmill. I think it's to do with the group that you're living with. If you live with a group of people who are following, talking about which new airplane are you going to buy and all this, these type of conversations are very destructive. I think to come to a Zoom meeting where we're deciding how can we avoid it is very helpful. These type of conversations, I think so. I think this has to stay together as a group somehow or other. If you can live together with other members of this group, it might be a good thing. But if you can't, then try and come to the Zoom meeting. That's my idea.
Okay, just to tell you, a lot of the Zoom members are talking to each other and building a conversation sometime in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But the point is that those are good things to do in addition to being on the Zoom. But being on the Zoom every day itself is a 1 hour course that can run through the day, because every day what we talk on Zoom, every day what we learn on Zoom is not for one day. People on Zoom call, if you ask Ashok Chotwani, I know how many days notes he must be having every day. Are you numbering, Ashok Chotwani, how many days Zooms are over? Do you know? I'm not sure how many days. Anybody knows how many days Zoom calls are over? I think 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, maybe 5 into 1500. Maybe
5 years, 6 months, sir. 5.5 years.
How many Zoom calls? About 2000 calls? I don't know how many Zoom calls are over.
Yeah,
Atma
round
should
about
know.
that.
Atma, he's going through, he's not on the call. Atma is going through class by class, going through, he said, I finished from so and so day. Okay, thank you. Kashmir Siri, Shivoham, Rutanu.
Shivoham Guruji. Just I like to explain, because our ritual and what Dharma said is totally different, and people are following only what our ancestor and what they are following. Without any reason, without scientific reason, they are following. So that is really wrong. Means like a fasting and all. Because my mother-in-law is doing, that's why I'm doing. My mother is doing, that's why I'm doing. That's rubbish, So for your own individual this, and again fasting, like for my example in my house, my husband is doing eating non-veg and all. So I said better he should keep fasting. So one day at least he will not eat anything, and that's why I'm allowing him to do it. So what am I, and that non-veg is cortisol, because when they're slaughtering, so these people have fear and anxiety inside, like a chicken and all animals, and that cortisol level there increase. And when you are eating that food, your also anger and cortisol level is increased, because you are eating non-veg. So somehow our all rituals and fasting is something scientific reason, but we are not following that scientific reason. We are just following what our ancestor is following.
Because it's very funny. Today I got a very good reel I was watching. Christians are following the Bible, but Jesus Christ did not write the Bible. Did Jesus write the Bible? Jesus has not written the Bible. Much after Jesus, some king wrote passed this Bible. Not even Jesus followers. So the Buddha, Buddhism is not what the Buddha said. Buddhism is something that came out of. So we have to. Therefore, in this call, we don't go by any what Christ said or Buddha said. No, we don't go. We go by what our intelligence says is the truth. We go by realization. We go by contemplation. We go by discrimination. This is the way to find out what is the truth, not by just reading a book and following the book as the word of God. No, this word of God business is a problem, big problem. So we have to go to the word of truth, not the word of God. Siri.
First, immense gratitude, like Shiva. What I wanted to say is, even I had this question: when people are so bad and why they are going to temples? Some people are so much regular in going to temple, but in real life they were so bad. I always had this question: why they are like this? Why if they go to temple, is it good? Then after coming to this call, one thing I came to know is I should not be judgmental. Why I should worry about them? I should worry only about myself. But this question always I had in this mind. They are, how to tell, they are so selfish, so much adharma and everything, but they are so regular in going to temple. So we don't know what is that. Then anyway, after coming to this call, I left out everything. I told everything is their karma. Why I should worry about them? Why I should think of it? I left everything completely. I have
Because
left.
they don't understand karma. They think by going to God, God will take care of all their sins.
So much, how to tell, I cannot tell many things. Then I learned this in Hindi. There's a proverb. They say, "Muh mein ram, bagal mein churi."
I teach some Christians. I tell the Christians, you go and give 10% of your tithe, and then God will suffer for your sins. And the pastors will tell, yes, the Lord will suffer for your sins. See, the Lord is on the cross. The Lord will continue to suffer. You keep on giving 10% and you keep on sinning. How can you keep giving 10% and sinning? People should be sensible. And the pastor is buying a new car and the pastor is buying a private plane with your sin money, so-called sin money. What is the sin money you are giving the 10%? As if we can bribe God, as if God needs our 10%. Does God need our money? God doesn't need our money. God needs our sincere devotion. God needs us to love God. God says, realize me, serve me, love me. I am not far away in the sky. I am here where you are. God wants us to open eyes. That's why even the Bible and things like that says the kingdom of God is within you. God lives in the temple of your heart. Some of the very beautiful things are there in scriptures. We don't talk of all scriptures because some people get offended. So we don't want to comment on about all scriptures. The day Gurpreet was talking about Sikhism, Ekomkar Satyanam. Oh, every word is talking about non-duality. It's talking about universal consciousness, universal oneness. Thank you, Sri. Shivoham Rutanu Sundar.
Shivam Sarji.
Yes, sir.
Sarji, this hedonic treadmill, it's like it is good for the outer materialistic world. There is a saturation point, but still people, due to ignorance, they go beyond that. They want more. For example, Sarji, Rameshwaram cafe ka dosa खाइए आप, खाते जाइए. One day or the other, you had a big yearning for that, but it will drop. One day or the other, the yearning will drop down.
Oh, to eat every day for 4 days, you will be fed up of it.
Yes, Sarji. But if you take that same interest and go in your inner world, Shanti mein mila kya si anand. That will be always stable and still.
So that is why the hedonic treadmill, Ashok, is the hedonic treadmill is the running and not realizing I want more. But we are not getting more happiness, na?
Right, Sarji. It will drop.
It's not that the person who's a millionaire, multi-millionaire, billionaire, multi-billionaire, is the happiness multiplying? Happiness is not multiplying.
No, Sarji.
Only we are running. We are running in the race. This is called hedonic treadmill.
Sarji, nowadays these multi-millionaires are not so happy as the poor people are happy.
Why?
Because they are content with what they have at present moment. Aaj ka din. Today, I'm happy. I've got food for myself.
So that is called contentment. Contentment is the way to real happiness, because in contentment there is peace. Because in peace, you can enjoy pleasure. Without peace, you cannot enjoy. If you're eating a Rameshwaram dosa with tension, or you're eating a Rameshwaram dosa with peace, oh, there's 100 times difference.
Right, correct.
You can't. If you're having stress and you're eating the dosa, how can you enjoy it? You cannot enjoy it. Thank you, Ruth, Anu, and Sundar.
Ram Guruji, Shivoham.
Bole Mataji.
Guruji, I was not aware of this term, hedonic treadmill. It is running after pleasure purely.
Huh?
Hedonic treadmill means running after pleasure.
Running after pleasure again and again and again. मतलब सपोज आपको प्लेजर है कि मुझे एक छोटा सा गोल्ड रिंग चाहिए, वो गोल्ड रिंग मिल गया, अभी बोलते हैं नहीं मुझे छोटा गोल्ड रिंग चाहिए, मुझे एक नेकलेस चाहिए, ठीक है नेकलेस मिल गया, अभी बोलते हैं नेकलेस चाहिए, मुझे जूते भी सोने के चाहिए. So what you are doing
to it means
it means you are running, you're just running. Running from one desire to another desire to another desire to another desire. So this is the challenge.
Thank you, Guruji. You have made us realize this also. New term for me.
हाँ, तो
Thank you
मतलब
so
हम
much.
पागल जैसे भागते जाएंगे, मर जाएंगे, लेकिन खुश नहीं होंगे. We will not be happy. And this is an international term. The hedonic treadmill is an international terminology.
Okay.
Good. Sundar and Shivraj. We have two more questions. We will end with Shivraj, Sundar, and Sundargiri and Shivraj.
Shivam, sir.
Shivoham.
Yeah, I want to put a few words about the religion and the fasting, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so in religion also there is the part of spirituality. If we have the scientific perspective, that is looking at from the intellect.
Okay.
So religion can't be the final answer, or can't be the equivalent to the complete spirituality, but there is the part of spirituality, definitely.
Of course, we tell religion is a kindergarten. The university is spirituality. You need ABCD. ABCD of spirituality is in religion. We don't deny that.
Yeah, if we are able to look at from the scientific perspective with the eyes of science, then we can find many spiritual parts there.
There is no scientific way to look at religion. Please don't say we will scientifically look at religion. Cannot be. People who are looking at religion when they are 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, they are blinded. They become blind by religion. Religion is only a way to start believing in a superpower, believing in a creator, correct? But the problem in every religion is, Sundar, in every religion believes their religion is the right religion. Yes or no?
Yes.
They are condemning other religions. But in spirituality, there is no condemning any religion. We don't condemn any religion. Only we feel sad. We feel sad that people are ignorant and they believe that God is born, God has a name, God has form, God will die. No, I think somebody said today is the day that the Lord left the body, means he passed away today. How can God pass away? God cannot pass away. Okay, continue. Anything more? Unmute. Quickly, we are closing.
If the followers of any religion look at their principle of their religion from the scientific perspective, that is looking at from the intellect.
So we can talk.
Then they practice the scientific parts. Then unscientific they drop
What you're
it.
saying, thank you. Thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. But what you're saying, I just want to say one thing, Sundar, that religion, when it's scientific, that religion becomes a spirituality. What you're saying, when the religion gets a scientific perspective, then that evolves to something spiritual. Okay, but time is over. Thank you. Shivraj, last member of the call, Shivraj.
Shivam Guruji.
Yes, sir.
fasting should be done every day, not every 15 days. It should be basically intermittent fastings,
Yes, I've heard of that.
which is the naturopathy method. So, just for example, you should not eat anything after maybe 9 o'clock till maybe next day 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Maybe it depends upon your body. If you are having headaches, so okay, you can start eating at 9 o'clock in the morning. So then during the daytime also, I think Bliss said, I want to just repeat, we should have maybe meal, and there should nothing in between the meal, both the meals. So what happens? The energy is used to maybe rebuild the body basically during night time. So intermittent fasting is the best. It should be done every day. Just small
No,
input.
no, I've heard a lot about this. I know many people, they stop eating at sunset around 6:30 or 7 o'clock. They eat the last meal. Then from 7 o'clock till next 7 o'clock, 12 hours.
Mm,
Then 13 hours, 14 hours, 9 o'clock. At least they
mm.
are intermittent. They are not eating for 14 or 15 or 16 hours. I know people
Uh,
follow different. I'm not advocating it, but I'm saying they find it very healthy that the body
but
is given rest for so many hours. The body is not made to eat. But today, Shivraj, thank you for your input. Today we are talking on a different subject. Today we have two subjects to discuss. The main subject was hedonic treadmill, where we should not run like mad people after be a hedonist. A hedonist is a pleasure-seeking person, all the time seeking pleasure, 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 pleasure. Because seeking more pleasure and more pleasure and more pleasure can create more pain. This is the principle of the hedonic treadmill. So don't keep on running and running and running and running. This is not, the more you achieve money and success and fame and power and pleasure, it's not going to give you more happiness. So this is something I hope you all will study, and you can always ask me questions on the hedonic paradox. It's called the hedonic paradox. It's called the hedonic treadmill. It's called the hedonic principle, whatever you call it. But hedonic itself means pleasure. And today what we by chance came across was Vaikuntha Ekadashi. And this is something which we as people on the Zoom call, we have realized this whole concept of Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rama, Krishna, Devi, we are creating false identities. The Supreme is beyond name and form. The Supreme does not belong to any religion. The Supreme is a supreme intelligence. And it is this supreme intelligence that is making the human body work. Can you pause and understand 35 trillion cells? How your body is working without a power supply. Your body is working simply with the energy of the Supreme. How this world is functioning, how the earth is rotating, how the globe is hanging somewhere in the sky due to gravity, how all the planets, how the sun rises every morning, how the moon comes and the moon becomes a full moon and a new moon, how people are born, how people die, how this world is governed, how the law of karma is controlling everything. When are we going to reach the truth? When are we going to get to the bottom of the root? This is eternal happiness. This is the way to pleasure, peace, and purpose. This is the new happy year. So, on tomorrow being the last day of 2025, I hope that each of you will find what I call the new happy year, not Happy New Year. It cannot be Happy New Year. It has to be the new happy year with three P's, with pleasure, peace, and purpose, not just running on the hedonic treadmill, but taking an exit, living with contentment, living with peace, finding purpose, and living with eternal happiness. I have done it in my life. Every year, every day, I'm evolving to being a better person, a better person, a better person. And I try to help you to become better and better, better and better. With that note, with folded hands, I bow down to you.